What is up, everybody? Phil here again, wearing the Blockbuster shirt. A lot of these videos are going to be Blockbuster shirt because I'm going to record probably like 10 of these all in one day. So, I was thinking of doing a top 10 list at some point of pedal companies. And one definitely came to mind for me. And they're not super high, well known. I mean, they're not a secret. A lot of people do know of them, especially if you're into like that genre of music, which would be stoner doom. And if by me saying that, you should probably already know I'm talking about Black Arts Toneworks. And Black Arts Toneworks, blah, 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 they make the very, very well known and very well respected Pharaoh fuzz, which I don't own one right now. I was going to. I don't think I might need one now, though. My last review, my Midnight Train from Siren, does a lot of the same things and does more things that I could use right now. But so I'm doing this project. A lot of you who know me know it's kind of ZZ Top-ish. It's kind of goofy. There's a lot of synthesizers and drum machines. It's like the Eliminator album. So when I was getting pedals and gear, I remember buying this when it first came out about 2 or 3 years ago. And at the time, it didn't really fit my rig, but I did find a use for it, and I used it a lot, and I played a lot of shows with it. And when it came down where I had the resources to buy more gear, I knew that I had to own another Tres Diablos Ruidosos. And this pedal right here, as you can see from the graphics, if you know anything about ZZ Top, that is the exact font that they use on their Tres Hombres album. And this, even though none of the promotional material says this is supposed to be a Tres Hombres in a box, but that's what it sounds like. I can't tell you too much about it. He doesn't really say much about his circuits. I couldn't tell you, other than knowing that most of his fuzzes are based on Big Muff circuits, which I would assume this might be too, but I don't know. It has more fuzz facey vibes to it. It definitely sounds more like a face, but let me get into what this thing does. So essentially, you have 3 preset already. They're gain stages, and they have their own volume, and they're loud as shit. So you got uno, dos, and tres from left to right, going left to right. And if I'm not mistaken, uno's kind of a distortion, kind of proco ratty sound. Dos feels more like a fuzz face, and tres is more like a boost. It's the most trebly of it all. It's still kind of fuzzy, still kind of cutting some of your mids and pushing lows and highs, but this thing's very transparent. You can get some very boosty things. But anyways, the very interesting thing about it is all of these gain stages are cascading, meaning for one to work, the other ones have to be in effect. So I can't just turn uno and dos all the way down and crank up tres. I'm still not going to get sound. I have to put some signal of uno and dos, so I'm getting something of my fuzz and my proco style going on in here. If you turn all of them up, you're getting a very oversaturated fuzz that's boosted from the boost section. I love this thing. You know, as much as I love the Midnight Train, and when I first plugged in the Midnight Train by Siren, I was blown away by how good it sounded. But then I went back and I turned this thing on. And while it doesn't do the same thing that the Siren does, it does something really cool. And it sounds really good. It is very loud, and I've heard some guys saying you can't tame these things. I don't find them that untameable. I think the Siren is more untameable than this thing. But I don't know, man. It's a really good, really well-made game box. If you're someone that likes classic rock, stoner rocky, desert rocky sounds. Even blues players, I think, could find a lot of use out of this. The problem with it is there's not a lot of switchables going on here. It's a set and forget kind of thing. You find what you like and you keep it. You want to change it, then hopefully get someone to change it for you in the middle of a show. The knobs are kind of high up and they kind of glide easy, so you might be able to foot twisty some of these in the middle of a show. But honestly, for the most part, it's a set and forget kind of situation with this thing. So I am going to plug this up, and I'm going to do the same guitar I just did in my last video. Brand new Squier Paranormal Supersonic. Graphite gray, matching strap from Couch Straps. I didn't mention that last video. Shout out to Couch guitar straps. I've been using them for going on like 5 years now, and they just make the best straps. There's all kind of boutique, higher end little companies, but I love ordering from Couch. I like their aesthetic. I like their company. I like what they stand for. I like who they donate to. I just like them. So shout out to Couch. All right, so I'm going to plug this thing up. Give me a second. Might edit this shit out. I don't know. I'm new to this. Who knows? All right. So this one, unlike the last video, hold on, I'm gonna go to omnidirectional here. Unlike the last video, I can set this one, the pedals, more reachable. So I can do a little more talkity-talk with you guys. Also moving this thing closer, so that helps. All right, so we're going to turn it on. Here's my clean-ish tone. Ooh, I batched that up. All right. Anyways, you get the point, right? So now we're going to turn the pedal on, right? All the knobs are all the way to the left. And I have no signal like I told you. So we're going to go boost all the way up. We're going to put just a little bit of here and just a little bit of here. And as you can see, there's my clean tone. And now here's what boost. It's a very decent boost. It's a decent clean boost. So we're going to add some Uno to this. Alright, so I'm going to add more Uno to this. Yeah, so you can see it's got some really good. I'm going to go to the neck. It sounds awesome. So now we're going to take the Uno down and we're going to crank up the dose and put the tres down a little bit. As you can hear, now it's fuzzier. Let's go space trucking, shall we? You can get some really good, but as you can hear, it's loud. Yep. So, there you have it. Trace Diablos, Ruidosos. I probably should have played a lot more ZZ Top sounding stuff with that, but I didn't. And it is what it is. Alright, so, yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're looking for like a fuzzy boost type thing, it's my favorite. As I said in the Midnight Train is my new favorite fuzz, but this does something else. This is a good dirt box. Like if you have a good little clean platform combo amp, but you want to push it, get some growl, but keep some good clarity and get a good clean note, you can't beat this. All right. And I'm done. So, oh, well, I guess I should add a few things. I did say in my last video that price, packaging, I'm going to start putting those into perspective in my pedal reviews. The packaging on this is literally just the pedal thrown in a post office box with a stamp from Blackheart's Toneworks wrapped in some paper and sent to you. But dude's hand making these, and I don't know where. I think Tennessee maybe. Let me look. Where is Blackheart Toneworks? Somewhere in the South, I think. Let's see, where are they at? It doesn't really say. So, various locations around the U.S. So I guess he's moved around. I don't know. I wanted to say the guy was in the South at some point, but who knows? You know, for for a pedal company that's played by a lot of pros, well known, and has quite a few, big fans, myself included, there's a lot of mystery around Blackheart Stoneworks. It really is. All right, well, now I'm done. So for the money, don't expect anything crazy. You're going to get your pedal in a box, but you paid $150 for a handmade pedal. That is the thing. You know, there are certain pedal manufacturers out there. I'm not going to name drop them because it's, there's no need for me to do that. But big name pedal manufacturers that you find everywhere. And they're just simple metal enclosures, solid color with like a stencil graphic image in the middle. You already know I'm talking about most of you when I say that, but all their pedals are $199. That's all you get. You get the pedal. And on top of that, most of them are clones. So pay $200 for a clone. Get something a little neat, a little cool, handmade by one dude, shipped out to you in a post office box. I think in this sense, the minimalization of it is also what makes it kind of cool. You know what I mean? So, all right. Well, I am out, and you guys have a good one.